Like, that game right there, I will say, was one of the weirdest regular season games I have seen in a while. Like, that is one of the weirder games I've seen all year. And the Chicago Sky, I'm telling you, if the Chicago Sky stopped digging themselves 15-point deficits in every single game, they would be a lot better. Like, they're 4-7 right now. If they lose at the weekend, they have a worse record than the Indiana Fever. Let's put that into perspective. Like, this is a team that people were saying, oh, they want to win. This is a team that things could happen in the next week, and these suddenly could be the worst team in the WNBA. Or look like it, because the Mystics are now 2-12. I know it's a bit different from 4-7, but still, wins are wins. You've got the Sparks, the Sparks lost. The Sparks were up by a bit today. The Sparks are of a similar level. And the Chicago Sky are now 4-7. So, when it comes to the Mystics, Aaliyah Edwards is incredible. She got herself fouled out. She had 16 points. She had 9 boards. And on the offensive end, she was giving Angel Reese the business to start the game. Like, she absolutely, just like she did the last time, there has been no player that's been able to just give Angel Reese the business as much as Aaliyah Edwards has this season. For the rest of it, just in general, though, Ariel Atkins was the player of the game for either team. Ariel Atkins had 29 points on 69% shooting and didn't miss a free throw. Ariel Atkins was the only reason that was the main reason the Mystics won that game. And again, once the Mystics get Sykes and Austin back, they're not a bad team. Like, they're genuinely not a bad team when they come back. For the Sky, I don't know if Diamond DeShields got injured or she just was garbage at the start of the game and got benched. I think she's been terrible all year. But for the Sky, that was the worst game I've seen Marina Mabry play all year. But they literally have they do the same thing. I'm gonna have to block all of your guys' comments. He couldn't just be normal about it. Lads. So I'm going to talk obviously about this, but Kennedy Carter is, as usual, absolutely killing it. Like, Kennedy Carter, 16 points, 67% from the field. Dana Evans actually had a pretty good game. Allen had a really good game. I know she missed the 3 for game, but she had a really good game. For averaging 4 points, she came up with 10. That was a plus-minus of plus 16. Cardoso's good. When she gets her hand on the ball around the basket, she's pretty good. She's surprisingly not as good a rebounder as I would have thought for someone that's as big as she is. Like, 1 defensive rebound in 24 minutes for a 6'7" player isn't great. Izzy Harrison didn't have the greatest game. But for Angel Reese, she didn't have the best offensive game in the world. But she still, like, even a bad offensive game, and Angel Reese still comes out with a +5 plus-minus in a loss, 10 points, 14 boards, 2 assists, a steal. Like, she still comes out with that in an off game. Like, that is, 5 straight double-doubles for Angel Reese? I know, obviously, double-doubles are a lot easier to get when you're a big. Like, they are a lot easier to get because a rebound's easier to get than an assist. And as far as rebounds, her own misses, she rebounded twice off her own misses. So if you want to say 12 rebounds otherwise, and she went 4-4 from the line. 2 and 1s down the stretch. Or sorry, she started off the game with an and 1, her first basket, and then got an and 1. Like, she got an unbelievably good and 1 to bring it back to a 2-point game. So, Angel Reese was really, really good down the stretch. She was very iffy until the fourth quarter offensively, then comes in with 7 points in the fourth quarter. Like, as usual, like, she is a player who is better later on in the games. Kennedy Carter, though, every game is the same for Kennedy Carter. Literally. They dig themselves a 15-point hole. Kennedy Carter, by herself, gets them back into the game. And then in the second half, Kennedy Carter cools off massively. Like, 4 of 8 from the free throw line for an 80% free throw shooter is crazy. But, like, it's the same script every single game for Kennedy Carter. The same script. And, like, also, this is a game where Dolson goes 1 of 7 from 3. Like, this is a game where the Mystics did not shoot well. Hopefully, Carly Samuelson's okay. It did not look good, her injuring her wrist. And also, thank God, as bad as Marina Mabry was, thank God she was okay, because Dawson dived at her knee in that last play. I legitimately was like thinking that the referees were rigging the game. No, Dawson dived at her knee. The dumbest thing I've ever seen. With 0.2 of a second to go, the ball on the ground, diving at someone's knee to put them on the line. And Marina Mabry did it again. She did it again. She was down 2 on the line. She missed again. The team has been in that situation twice. She has been in the situation twice. She has not hit the free throws yet. I'm not sure she's hit the first free throw yet, which is wild. But yeah, that was a really... That's a game that kind of shows where the Sky are. Like, the Sky are... If you want to look at the standings right now for the WNBA, there are 4 teams that are worse than everybody else, and the Sky are in that 4. Like, actually, no, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe the Dallas Wings are worse. There are 5 teams. There are the Sparks, the Sky, the Fever, the Wings, and the Mystics. The Mystics, obviously, 2 and 12. The Sky, 4 and 8. The Sky are 4 and 8. So, the Sky are 4 and 8 now. Oh, wow, that changes things. So they're the same as the Sparks. So you're looking here, like, these 5 teams are a lot worse than everyone else. And, like, look, 4 and 8 and 4 and 10 aren't that different as far as records are concerned. They're really not. They're different. They're not that different. Like, there's only 1 game back. So they're only 1 game ahead of the Fever. So, can we get back to Rookie of the Year being about the players and not saying, oh, Caitlin Clark's team are losing, whereas Angel Reese's team are winning? No, Angel Reese is top in Rookie of the Year voting, by the way. She is top right now. Like, even her bad games can still give you pretty decent defense for really good defense second half. Pretty decent defense in general. And a double-double. Her bad games can give you that. Caitlin Clark's bad games are going to give you, like, similar shooting percentages, 5 assists and no rebounds. So, well, not no rebounds, but, like, not quite as much. So, I just think when they're not playing well, Angel Reese has been better. Cardoso, though, she's very, very good as far as finishing around the basket is concerned, and that's really all I would go with Cardoso. But yeah, that is basically it. That was an interesting game. Is Angel Reese top rookie of the year because she's a big draw or purely basketball? Purely basketball. But there is one player that I'm thinking, like, could actually make a push for rookie of the year is Aaliyah Edwards. The last 4 or 5 games, she's been exceptional. She's been absolutely exceptional. So, like, for me, there are a few, and I want to see how did Rickea Jackson do today. Like, Cameron Brink, 0 of 6 in the field. Rickea Jackson goes out and gives you 19 points. So, like, Rickea Jackson's another one. It's not a foregone conclusion. I think that it's very close to a foregone conclusion. The field is going to win Rookie of the Year. I think the field is going to win over Clark, but right now the big favorite is Angel Reese. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That was a really interesting game. And honestly, if the Sky didn't dig themselves a deficit, or like if they didn't dig themselves a 15-point hole like they do every single game, every game's the same. Dig yourself a 15-point hole. Kennedy Carter brings you back. Game's neck and neck, and lose in a close fourth quarter. Every single game is the same, other than when they beat the Mystics the previous game. Every other game has been the exact same. But anyway, yeah, that is the video, lads.